extinguish it. Accounts describe flames clinging to wood, flesh, and even the sea itself, turning battles into scenes of chaos and terror. The invention is often credited to a Syrian engineer named Callinicus, though the true origins remain uncertain. Delivered through siphons mounted on ships or handheld tubes, the weapon gave the Byzantines a decisive naval advantage for centuries. Its very presence often determined the outcome of sieges and sea battles, ensuring the empire's survival against overwhelming foes. Despite its legendary status, the exact formula of Greek fire has been lost. Some theories suggest a mixture beneath the turquoise waters off the coast of Greece. A discovery in 1901 changed the way historians view the ancient world. Among the remains of a Roman-era shipwreck, divers uncovered fragments of bronze gears fused by centuries under the sea. At first glance, the corroded pieces seemed unremarkable, yet when reassembled, they revealed something astonishing. A device far more advanced than anyone thought possible for its time. This object became known as the Antikythera mechanism, dating back over 2,000 years. It consists of interlocking gears housed in a wooden case, designed with precision that rivals clockwork made a millennium later. Through detailed study, researchers found that it could predict lunar and solar eclipses, chart the movements of the planets, and even track the timing of the Olympic Games. Modern imaging has revealed inscriptions hidden within the fragments, offering clues to its purpose. But questions remain. Who built it? Was it the work of a single genius, or evidence of a broader technological tradition lost to history? And perhaps most intriguingly, why was such knowledge not passed down, leaving centuries of silence before comparable mechanisms appeared again? The Antikythera mechanism still rests as a paradox of human ingenuity, too advanced for its age, and yet undeniably real. Its gears continue to turn in the imagination, reminding us that the past may hold secrets far beyond what we expect. In 1938, an archaeologist working near Baghdad unearthed a small clay jar sealed with asphalt, containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod. At first, it looked like little more than a humble vessel from antiquity. Yet when researchers studied it further, they realized it might be something far more unusual. This object would come to be known as the Baghdad Battery. The jar, dating back over 2,000 years, bears a striking resemblance to a simple galvanic cell. When filled with an acidic liquid such as vinegar or grape juice, the combination of copper and iron can generate a modest electric charge. To some, this suggested that ancient Mesopotamian craftsmen might have stumbled upon a primitive form of electricity. But what purpose would it have served? Some scholars argue it could have been used for electroplating, depositing thin layers of metal onto jewelry or artifacts. Others believe it may have had a ritual or medicinal function, with an ability to produce a tingling sensation mistaken for mystical energy. And still, many dismiss the idea altogether, suggesting the resemblance to a battery is purely coincidental. No definitive evidence has ever been found to prove its function, and without written records, its true purpose remains beyond reach. Was it an accidental invention, a tool lost to time, or simply a misunderstood relic of everyday life? The Baghdad Battery endures as a reminder that the ancient world may have harbored knowledge and experiments now buried in the silence of history. Across Europe, from Britain to Hungary, archaeologists have uncovered hundreds of small bronze objects shaped like 12-sided polyhedrons. Each face has a circular hole of varying size, and at every corner, a knob protrudes. They are known today as Roman dodecahedra, and despite centuries of study, their purpose remains one of antiquity's enduring mysteries. These artifacts date from the 2nd to 4th century CE and are found almost exclusively within the former boundaries of the Roman Empire. Strikingly, no ancient text, inscription, or depiction has ever explained what they were for. Their craftsmanship suggests intentional design, yet the absence of any clear reference leaves only speculation. Some propose they were practical tools, perhaps for measuring distances, calculating crop planting cycles, or serving as surveying instruments. Others believe they might have been candlestick holders, their holes once fitted with wax or metal inserts. More imaginative theories suggest they held a ritual or even astrological purpose, used in divination or spiritual ceremonies. The greatest puzzle lies in their consistency. Each dodecahedron shares the same geometric form, yet no two are identical in size or whole arrangement. This suggests they may have served multiple functions, or perhaps their significance varied across regions of the empire. To this day, the Roman dodecahedra remain silent witnesses of a forgotten practice. Whether tool, ornament, or sacred object, their true role continues to elude us, an unanswered question preserved in bronze. Forged in the heat of ancient workshops, Damascus steel was once the most prized metal of the medieval world. Its blades were said to slice through lesser swords, cut a single strand of hair in midair, and yet remain sharp after countless battles. Distinctive for their flowing, water-like patterns, these weapons became legendary, carried by warriors from the Middle East to Europe. The origins of Damascus steel trace back to around the 3rd century CE, reaching its height between the 9th and 17th centuries. The blades were crafted from a special type of crucible steel, often called woods, imported from India and Sri Lanka. Yet the exact method of forging, folding, and cooling that produced their extraordinary resilience has been lost. Modern metallurgical studies reveal that Damascus steel contained carbon nanotubes and unique microstructures that gave it both strength and flexibility. But despite experiments, no smith has been able to fully reproduce the exact combination of beauty and performance that defined the originals. By the 18th century, the knowledge of how to make true Damascus steel had vanished, possibly due to the depletion of raw materials or the decline of skilled smithing traditions. What remains are surviving blades, admired not just as weapons but as works of art. Today, Damascus steel endures as both legend and reality, a reminder that some technologies are not simply lost, but locked away in the mysteries of time, waiting for rediscovery. In the 7th century CE, a weapon emerged from the Byzantine Empire that struck fear into all who faced it. Known as Greek fire, it was a liquid substance that could be projected onto enemy ships and fortifications, burning with such intensity that even water could not naphtha, quicklime, sulfur, and other volatile compounds. Others believe it relied on petroleum-based ingredients available in the region. Whatever its composition, it was carefully guarded as a state secret, passed down only to trusted military engineers. Attempts to recreate Greek fire in modern times have failed to match the descriptions from ancient chronicles. The flames that once rolled across the surface of the sea remain locked in the past, a weapon both feared and revered. Greek fire endures as a mystery of warfare, its formula hidden, its impact undeniable, and its legacy burning in the imagination of history. Deep within the stories of the ancient Israelites lies an object of immense reverence and enduring mystery, the Ark of the Covenant. According to biblical accounts, it was a gold-covered wooden chest that housed the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments, radiating a sacred presence that commanded both awe and fear. Descriptions suggest it was constructed with precise craftsmanship, adorned with cherubim whose wings stretched over its lid, and carried on poles to be transported without touching its sacred surface. The Ark was central to religious rituals, believed to manifest divine power, capable of parting rivers, toppling walls, and bringing victory in battle. Yet after the Babylonian conquest of Jerusalem in 586 BCE, the Ark vanished from history. Scholars and treasure hunters alike have debated its fate for centuries. Some theories suggest it was hidden beneath the Temple Mount, secreted away to protect it from invaders. Others propose it was taken to Egypt, Ethiopia, or even secret chambers in remote monasteries. Archaeological evidence offers no definitive answers, leaving only fragments of scripture, legend, and tantalizing clues. Each claimed sighting or discovery adds layers to the mystery, but none have been substantiated. The Ark of the Covenant remains a symbol of faith, power, and the unknowable. Its absence challenges historians and adventurers alike, a reminder that some treasures are meant to endure as enigmas rather than possessions. Who, if anyone, will ever uncover its resting place remains a question lost to the shadows of time. In ancient China, long before the compass became widespread, engineers developed a device that could always indicate direction. Known as the south-pointing chariot, it was a wheeled vehicle equipped with a mechanical figure or pointer that remained oriented toward the south, regardless of the chariot's turns or twists along the road. Records trace its invention to the 3rd century BCE, attributed to the ingenious statesman and engineer Ma Jun during the Three Kingdoms period. The mechanism relied on a complex system of gears, an early differential, that translated the rotation of the wheels into the consistent orientation of the pointer. Travelers and military leaders reportedly used it for navigation, ensuring armies could maintain direction across difficult terrain. Despite detailed textual accounts, no complete examples of the chariot have survived. Historians and engineers have attempted reconstructions based on ancient descriptions, but uncertainties remain about the exact design and scale. Some scholars speculate that multiple versions may have existed, with improvements over centuries, while others suggest that its reputation may have been amplified by legend. The south-pointing chariot demonstrates a level of mechanical sophistication remarkable for its time, a testament to human ingenuity long before modern instruments. Yet its precise workings remain elusive, and the original chariots themselves are lost to history. Even today, the idea of a vehicle that can navigate purely through mechanical ingenuity continues to captivate scholars, leaving a lingering question. How much knowledge of engineering and invention from the ancient world has been irretrievably lost? During the early Middle Ages, a group of swords began to appear across Europe, marked with a simple yet distinctive inscription, plus Wolfbert plus. These blades, now known as Ulfbert swords, were crafted between the 9th and 11th centuries and quickly gained a reputation for extraordinary quality and strength. Archaeological studies reveal that Ulfbert swords were made from crucible steel, a material far superior to the iron commonly used in Europe at the time. Unlike typical blades, which bent or chipped easily, Ulfbert swords could endure intense combat while maintaining a razor-sharp edge. Their construction suggests knowledge of high-temperature steel making that would not reappear in Europe for centuries. Despite their widespread discovery, hundreds have been found across Scandinavia and Central Europe. The origins of these swords remain enigmatic. Were they the work of a single master smith named Ulfbert, or a brand shared by multiple workshops over generations? Some blades show signs of exceptional craftsmanship, while others appear crude, raising questions about authenticity and distribution. The mystery deepens when considering how this technology arrived in medieval Europe. The methods for producing crucible steel were known in India and the Middle East, but it is unclear how such knowledge traveled north. Ulfbert swords endure as a symbol of lost metallurgical skill, a tangible reminder that innovation can flourish, disappear, and resurface long after its origins are forgotten. In their enduring shine, they carry the echoes of a centuries-old secret, still unexplained and waiting to be fully understood. In 1898, archaeologists excavating an ancient Egyptian tomb near Saqqara uncovered a small wooden artifact shaped remarkably like a bird. About 7 inches long with a distinct tail and wings, it seemed at first to be a simple toy or ritual object. Yet its design sparked a peculiar curiosity that persists to this day. Known as the Saqqara bird, this artifact dates back over 2,000 years to a period when Egyptians were mastering art, architecture, and astronomy. What sets it apart is its aerodynamic form. Some researchers note that the shape of its wings and tail resembles a modern glider, prompting speculation about ancient understanding of flight. Experiments with replicas have shown that, under certain conditions, the model can indeed glide, though whether this was intentional remains debated. Scholars have proposed multiple theories. Some argue it was merely a ceremonial object or a child's toy, symbolizing the soul in Egyptian spirituality. Others suggest it might represent an early understanding of aerodynamics, a precursor to flight technology long before its historical development. The lack of textual evidence leaves these ideas unconfirmed. Yet the artifact continues to fascinate engineers, historians, and enthusiasts alike. The Saqqara bird remains a quiet enigma, bridging the worlds of art, ritual, and speculation. Whether it is a symbolic relic or a hint at lost technological knowledge, it endures as a subtle testament to the ingenuity and mystery of ancient Egypt. Scattered across the lush landscapes of Costa Rica, hundreds of perfectly round stone spheres have puzzled archaeologists for decades. Ranging in size from a few centimeters to over 2 meters in diameter, these enigmatic stones appear astonishingly precise, often weighing several tons and carved from hard granitic rock. Most of the spheres are found in clusters on the Dequis Delta and surrounding areas, attributed to the pre-Columbian Dequis culture, flourishing between 500 CE and 1500 CE. Despite their distribution, no two spheres are exactly alike, and their smooth, near-perfect shapes suggest a remarkable level of craftsmanship. The tools and methods used to achieve such precision remain unknown, as the culture left no written records describing their creation or purpose. Theories abound regarding their function. Some researchers propose they were markers for astronomical or ceremonial alignments, while others believe they represented social status or territorial boundaries. Still, many questions linger. How were such massive stones transported across challenging terrain? And why were so many deliberately buried or displaced over time? The stone spheres of Costa Rica continue to defy explanation, standing as silent witnesses to an ancient civilization whose full story remains hidden. Their origins, purpose, and the skill behind their creation remain a mystery, inviting curiosity and speculation with every perfectly rounded surface.